No, it's fine. Just testing audio. Aloha, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. Overall, the stock market had a very choppy week, as we all know. Friday, with the NASDAQ retaking the 50-day moving average. That simple act alone, with above average volume, throws our market model back into a neutral condition. Still, that being said, this time we have a weighing to the sell side, as we still have plenty of indexes trailing below the ever important 50-day moving average, with S&P 500 still below it, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and the Russell 2000. And the Russell 2000's relative strength line, as you can see down here, the big thick white line, as that continues to tail in a downward fashion, that is not positive. While we're getting very oversold, you can even look at the moving average convergent divergent lines down here. You can see that we're at very, very oversold levels, and it could lead to a bounce. But once again, I want to remind everyone, I've got oil stocks starting to move up, quite a bit of places. I got, real estate investment trust stocks moving up everywhere. And as long as I see these kind of stocks, trying to take the lead from the higher tech industries, I gotta say that doesn't seem too positive for upside prices. So I'm gonna have a sell side bent. That being said, though, biotech stocks still look strong. Biogen and Alexion are hitting new highs. I'm still long both of those situations. I got a new long signal in a drug manufacturer. It's kind of got a biotech looking technical pattern to it in TXMD. And so, if these stocks can hold up, the biotech sector especially, I can see us moving higher, just maybe not as easily, as we don't have broad sector participation. That being said, though, anything can happen. That is why we still have an SRTY position on, but 25% of it is coming off because it is closing below the 10-day moving average. If it closes below the 20-day moving average, an additional 50% would come off. So we'll watch that to see if prices can move higher. Once again, though, I will want to continue to see volume in the market. We have one other sell, and that's an FLDM. Since we're back to a neutral condition, a close below the 10-day moving average is no longer going to be 25%. It's anywhere from 10 to 20. Due to the max red BOP, the strong volume, it's going to be a 20%er for me. And now I wouldn't touch it again probably until another close below the 50-day moving averages. We've had a couple of sells in this. Now, besides the speculative buying TXMD, which I'm going to make 1.5% in my risk account, we got two decent long signals. Like I said, decent. Data had I wouldn't say a buyable gap up because of the market we are in, but it gapped up after extremely strong earnings. The earnings and sales growth the past 8 quarters are extremely solid. Excellent technical pattern. It pulled back for one day, and then with the market moving higher on Friday, it participated, closing only 3 cents off its high a day. An extremely heavy volume day. We got max green BOP. If we use just the lows of 86.90, I think we have an amazing reward to risk ratio here. So we don't risk a lot if we are wrong. And then also there's another long that I can't help but take because I love this company so much, because first off, the earnings and sales growth is number one in the stock market. There's not a company that's growing earnings and sales like this company the past 4 quarters. And just because the CEO is a fucking genius. So Tesla Motors is giving a pocket pivot point buy signal with an above average volume move to new highs. And I think that that's bullish, seeing it in new highs despite the market. However, look at that white thick line, that relative strength line. It's not confirming the new high move, so I think it's a little speculative. So it's not going to be a 5% or a 10% or God forbid we ever get another 20% signal, but it's going to remain at 2%. So Tesla and Data 2%. Data I definitely like better. And then TXMD 1.5%. FLDM 20% sell, and SRTY 25% sell. And we'll continue to see what the market wants to do this week. I have a feeling we're going to stay maybe a little choppy here, but what do I know? Nobody can predict the future.